My research so far, I would say that the demand for African commodities are declining, considering that China is one of Africa's biggest buyers. So we've seen regional coordinations across various economic spectrum. We have seen governments eating deep into their cash reserves, and it has not been a very, very impressive event going on in the African continent. The United Nations Secretary General has called for across the board debt standstill and suspension of debt recourse for companies that are unable to meet and service their debts. The African Free Trade Treaty, it seeks to bring 54 African countries together, and this would be a combined gross domestic product of over $3.4 billion. And then the agenda that the AFCTA is pushing includes trade policy, trade facilitation, trade-related infrastructure, and the main objective is to create a single continental market for goods and services and the free movement of trade of business persons and investments. This would increase the sustainable growth and competitiveness of the African industries and enterprises. The African Union states that when this treaty goes live, it's going to be the largest treaty in the world in terms of the number of countries that are participating, which is very impressive. I will start by listing the industries that I know would be most impacted by COVID-19. And the first will be financial institutions. So in the cashless society that we live in today, with a lot of people running their businesses on loans and on borrowings from both local and international in financial institutions, there are liquidity concerns in terms of there's a clear indication that there's going to be a lot of default on loans, and companies might be unable to make and meet their loan covenants that were signed maybe 3 to 4 years ago. And this might not encourage financial institutions to continue to allow these companies or governments to draw down on these loan facilities. So this would result in credit downgrading, and there will be issues due to refinancing. So a company or a country that has gone live and has drawn like a 5-year cash flow statement, and everything on that statement depends on loans that they have signed contracts for, at this point, they might need to regroup and re-strategize and to think about what would be the best way forward.